Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. A week ago I made a video titled Halo is Dead, okay? The video was about 343 Industries' crappy roadmap for Halo's, I guess, Infinite's future, or lack thereof, in my opinion. Now I want to start this video off before the comment section. There's going to be somebody going, Muta, can you ever be positive? Why are you always negative? Okay, first off, alright, medications aside, let me just explain very upfront and real, okay? I'm very positive about video gaming. I've made videos where I am very positive. I have a Cyberpunk video that's coming out where I talk about the actual, good that's coming out of its updates. At least, in some case, as much as CD Projekt Red lied to us, which yes, they did, they lied to us, at least they're trying to get their shit together. Activision is a pretty dog water company, but sometimes they care about their Call of Duty franchise, as they should. It's their cash cow. I would say Ubisoft, all right? Ubisoft, of all companies, makes crap games, all right? You played the recent Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Dog shit, okay? I guess they're making some good ones now. In the future, we'll see. But sometimes even they, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, go out of their way to make bangers like Watch Dogs 2, okay? So sometimes gold comes out. Now, it's not that I'm negative about, 343. I have to be honest about it, because here's the thing, okay? Kissing your favorite game developers' ass cheeks and giving them, all the love and attention they want doesn't exactly work. These are companies that are out there to make products for you that you enjoy and consume. If they're making substandard dog water, then guess what? It's totally okay to call them out. There's no such thing as having an allegiance to a console war, guys, okay? If PlayStation does something dumb, like release a dog water remaster of Last of Us 1, a game that's just 10 years old? All right, for $70, it's okay to call them out. Trust me, okay? PlayStation's not going to give you a medal. They're not going to write you a check for defending them, okay? So there's nothing in there. When 343 Industries consistently screws up, it's okay to call them out on it. Look, I love tons of people over at Microsoft's game studios. Playground and Turn 10, brilliant job with the Forza franchise. Coalition, keeping the Gears name alive and well. Not too many Gears games come out, year after year, but what they do release is pretty solid by my books. Id Software, making Doom, at least they're out there keeping their namesake franchise alive and healthy and halal. You know what 343 is doing? Not making a good Halo game. Now, the reason why I wanted to make a follow-up video on this is, obviously, when I talked about Halo is Dead, I talked about one of the most important features to me, which is split-screen gaming. If split-screen gaming dies from Halo, then the whole game franchise is dead to me. And I know there's going to be some people who are like, but Muna, we have Xbox Live. We can play on the internet. I get it. I understand. Me and my friends play on the internet all the time. But I'll give you a great example. The last time I ever played split screen and absolutely had an amazing time was when the Halo 3 servers were shutting down. My first experience properly with the Halo franchise was Halo 3 split screen with my brother on the Xbox 360 on a small, tiny screen smaller than my monitor, 4x3. Ladies and gentlemen, this franchise and its split screen background has a big split screen as a general is a huge thing for big gamers like me, for older gamers like me, because we like the feeling of sitting down and playing with friends. Now, of course, in Halo's case, they were diverting resources from split screen. And the reason I'm making this video is because, holy shit, split screen co-op is actually in the game. And it's pretty good. Now, let's go over some of the few things, okay? Ever since we covered it last time, there's been a lot of people, not anyone in particular, but this is from Halo Creation, the people that have actually created a pretty good tutorial. This was found by Zenny IC. All right, now, of course, in this case, ladies and gentlemen, they found out how to actually get co-op working. Now, in Halo Infinite's case, from what I understand, it actually does have cooperative play for the multiplayer. Obviously, you can connect in, other Xbox accounts to your system, play them split screen online, from what I've understood, and especially anything multiplayer related. Now, for the campaign, you have to glitch it in, so let's watch how to do it. So first, you go to the campaign menu, and you load any save file that you have, right? So it could be at any point in the storyline. Who cares? Now, of course, at this point, once you load it in, you click on play and it starts the countdown. And once the countdown is done, at some point you're going to be loading the map. Now here you have to quickly go into your Fireteam options and join a friend who's online currently idling in the Xbox menus. Now, from what I've understood, you can actually create a free account for Xbox on the PC and download Halo Infinite on your computer. It doesn't have to be a great computer or anything, just enough to get you to launch into the game, and then you can like connect to yourself just to launch this glitch. So then you can leave that fire team, and at this point, you'll actually notice that your people are in the menus, leave the fire team, and then, of course, what's going to happen is you're going to go to the custom lobby under the server, select offline, like this, and then you should be able to connect other controllers, so on other profiles on your Xbox devices. So, of course, they've got other people coming in, and then you hit play on this glitched custom game screen, and lo and behold, you should actually be able to play campaign co-op. And if you look at this footage right here, they actually have loaded in the campaign. They've got tooltips, tutorials, everything. And it seems as if it's working perfectly fine at 60 frames per second. So again, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I understand, this glitch is only possible on the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. So I've learned something. You know, last time I talked about, campaign co-op or whatever, this is one of the strongest consoles ever released, the Xbox Series X. If it can't process the cooperative gameplay of this semi-open world, that's some bad programming right there. But it seems as if the way that the game is programmed, the cooperative mode works really well. So here's actually footage of like them running around once they touch the open world, not the linear section in the beginning. You can see the characters jumping in front, they're running down, the artificial intelligence is still actually active, and the whole cooperative experience seems to work just fine. In fact, I'm not even noticing any frame dips, to be honest with you. In fact, even the cutscenes work really fine. They just like load in just like they would back in Halo 3, 4, Reach. Back when the Halo games had proper goddamn cooperative play, Jesus Christ. Now, even beyond this, it seems as though they've even got 4 players to work on the Xbox Series X. Now, the actual user here describes it as running perfectly. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't know. But again, if people are like, Muda, they probably didn't put it in because it doesn't run at 60 frames all the time. Nobody expects split screen co-op or split screen anything to run at perfect frame rates. We understand increasing the rendering load puts extra strain on the hardware. Obviously, I can give up some frames if I've got my homie next to me and we can jack each other off while we finish the fight, okay? That's kind of what I'm into, okay? That's what I like to do. So they got 4 players running around. This actually reminds me of a glitch back in the days of Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I swear to God, back in the day when you wanted to play zombies, you could only have one other player split screening with you. Well, me and my cousins at the time decided to actually glitch the lobby for the game at the time, all offline, just so we can get 4 people in a round of Kino der Toten. It was truly a wild time indeed. The fact that we need to do that in 2022 with the fastest console ever made is fucking deplorable, okay? What is 343i even up to? How does Microsoft let this dog water of a development studio still fucking work on their biggest media IP? I have no idea. I don't get it. They put so many resources to like Forza, to Gears, to anything else, to fucking Cameo, to like Perfect Dark, and then all of a sudden they've got the most they've got people with blinders working on the largest production. This is like a near $500 million game, all right? Some of that's probably marketing, but Jesus Christ, guys. Have some goddamn, respect for this franchise. Understand the pillars of it. Understand the community you're catering to. You're not trying to make some free-to-play, multiplayer, battle pass clusterfuck. You're trying to make an amazing Halo game. Possibly the last chance you have. Because if you keep making crappy Halo game after crappy Halo game, guess what? People get bored of it. People get tired. People realize every single entry in the series is going to suck. It's not just this that's missing. For them trying to push this game as sort of like a system feature seller, like something that shows the power of the Xbox Series X, they literally have missed out on key features like ray tracing, which was meant to be in the game. I guess it's still a top priority, but they have no idea when it's coming out. They have no idea what they're bringing. It's funny when you look at companies like Sony and they're releasing things like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and a lot of their big titles, they try to use as many technologies as they can to showcase the power of their system. Whereas when it comes to the largest IP over on Xbox, they're not even trying. 343i is not even giving enough of a shit. In fact, if I looked at the roadmap again, I don't want to, because reading the words Match XP beta program is enough to remind me just the amount of incompetence I am witnessing when it comes to this whole company. Looking at the amount of split screen, obviously they're not putting it publicly and it's not available because there are definite issues. To understand the issues with this co-op glitch, obviously you have problems regarding save file storage, save file corruption, because the way that the game is handling, I believe, the profile system on the Xbox side leads to these save files eventually being corrupted. But I think that's something that 343 could definitely handle, and I'm sure the team behind Xbox could help them out even when it comes to the lower levels of the system. I'm sure they could work that kink out just fine. So it really leaves me to wonder why cooperative play hasn't actually been implemented. Is it really just this save file bug causing an issue? Is it something processing wise? Obviously I haven't played the entire game completely cooperatively to see all the issues. There are some moments where certain things like the TAC map bug out, there are some issues, but these issues do not seem like something that a massive game production studio could not do, and especially something that the talented engineers at Microsoft working on the Xbox platform as a whole couldn't help these people figure out. I'm surprised why this works almost 98% of the way through, and Microsoft and 343 just couldn't realize how to get this working just fine. Even from an online co-op perspective, which would have been easier to implement, in my opinion anyways, because at least you're not worrying about increasing rendering loads on each of these devices. I'm surprised how that isn't even a thing either. It really does pain me to say this as somebody that enjoys Halo, or I guess used to enjoy Halo. The company behind it doesn't really care, and at this point, I really have to wonder why I should care. You know what? I'm going to sit back, relax. We've got some Linux videos to cover, some North Korean hacking videos to look into, and believe it or not, I'm making a Cyberpunk video, and it's going to be positive, because guess what? At least one game company, as much as they've lied, at least they're trying to fix their shit, okay? So congratulations, CD Projekt Red, a rare recent W for you. But that being said, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.